Right, Luke, we are back for another weekly brawl. How you doing?
Yeah, doing okay. It's been a while since I've been on stream, since I've been part of the Weekly Brawl, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. And so obviously, we've been doing weekly or at least mostly weekly videos for a while. This is our weekly brawl, and just while we pick our characters before we jump into our first match of Blitz here, I want to get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. While I try to focus on some cool weapon selects here. So yeah, obviously to anyone who maybe doesn't already follow all the news about HyperBrawl, the best way to do that remains our newsletter. There'll be, if you're watching this on YouTube, there'll be a link in the description. If you're not watching this on YouTube, you can find a link on hyperbrawl.com to sign up to a newsletter where you can get the ability to win some exclusive rewards. You get some exclusive wallpapers. And obviously all the HyperBrawl news directly to your inbox. So it's pretty much the best place. Just stay updated on everything HyperBrawl. So definitely recommend you do that. Let's see here. I'm just gonna pick another weapon. So another thing we announced last week that is happening next week is that we have been selected as one of 20 games to participate in the PAX Indie Showcase. So we will have more news on that next week, but there is some very interesting, very cool, very exciting news happening next week. So again, if you're not already signed up to the newsletter or following us on social, here's a heads up and a very good reason to do just that. And finally, speaking of good reasons to sign up or follow us on social, we're obviously looking to do another giveaway over the weekend. So keep an eye on our Twitter at HyperBrawl for another giveaway, another chance to win some Steam keys for HyperBrawl at launch. Speaking of HyperBrawl, I mean, here we are. We're in Blitz.
Yeah, we're in it. We took too long selecting our characters. The game is like, listen, you've got to get into the action.
Sometimes it's nice having a hard-cut deadline, right?
Exactly.
So we don't just ramble on forever.
Good motivation.
So, we're in our first Blitz match here. So, I always ask you this question because I want to steal your ideas. Please but what's your strategy for taking me out, for taking me down this time?
Well, on this arena specifically, I'm going to make some fancy use of these portals, which, essentially allow you to throw the ball through one end, and it will come out the other end through the corresponding colour. If you've ever played a certain Valve game, you can probably figure out how these portals work.
Oof. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's my plan really. I'm going to try and confuse you as much as possible by just throwing them into the portals.
I mean, I actually picked, so obviously when we started this match, we each picked an arena. This was actually my selection, so I feel like, I don't know what you picked, but I feel like maybe I did this to myself if I end up losing.
Oh yeah, this is totally, the consequences of your actions.
Yeah? Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
I do love this arena though, so it's...
Same.
So even losing is going to be fun, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's one of the many USPs of HyperBrawl. It's even fun to lose.
Yeah. Sign of any good game.
Exactly.
Oof. No. I got knocked out.
Easy peasy. No offense.
So obviously, a big thing for the games industry this week. The kind of the maybe not elephant in the room, but the thing we cannot not talk about is the Xbox announcements.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy is that? I mean, I'm a PlayStation gamer myself, but that is one hell of a value proposition from Xbox we've seen this week. That is, I mean,
it's
to anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, maybe you fill them in.
Sure. I mean, so they've just announced the Xbox X and the Xbox S price, right?
Well, Series S and Series X. So there's no confusion about what is already there.
yeah, of course. I mean, if I was going to criticize Xbox in any way, that's the one criticism I'd have. But let's not talk about that criticism right now, because they kind of absolutely they've hit the ground running with this with next gen in terms of just the pricing the pricing they've announced for both consoles. Yeah,
I mean, it's very newcomer friendly, very inviting, like especially with the financing options, which obviously isn't available in every country, but it's available in about a dozen countries, I think. You can really get on next gen for like almost, well, it's not no money, but like very little monthly investment, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, is that so? Can you fill me in on that a little bit? I've seen that, but I haven't fully taken it in. So you can actually get either console actually on a subscription service.
Yeah, so basically
right?
it'll be like buying a cell phone.
Okay.
So you buy the console over a 24-month period. But the cool thing about it is that there is no extra cost. So like ultimately you pay the same thing as if you were paying upfront. But the cool thing is the subscription includes the console of your choice, obviously, but then also Game Pass Ultimate, which means you get access to Game Pass and you get access to Xbox Live Gold, and the new console for like £20 or £30 or whatever it is, for every month, which is crazy. And the cool thing is, unless you find like a discount for Game Pass Ultimate, buying this like monthly installment option is actually, in some countries at least, 10% cheaper than buying the console up front and then buying the 2-year subscription, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So you actually save money by spending less every month, and there's no added cost to doing it. So it's just insane value.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see what PlayStation does to counter that, because obviously they might have a completely different approach. It feels like they're looking at more of a premium sort of proposition for next gen, but it's very hard to compete with what Xbox is offering right now, which is very cool.
Yeah, and then another benefit for me personally is because I'm more of a PC gamer. Obviously, Games Pass it's on PC. You can play every Games. Well, I think you can play most Games Pass games on PC with Games Pass Ultimate. And then another really awesome thing is that they've announced that all EA Play games or most EA Play games will be on Games Pass. So obviously that's just a whole new roster of
yeah, I mean, as if that deal wasn't already sweet enough, right? Now it's even crazier.
Yeah.
So again, like, even though I don't play on Xbox, I don't even play on PC normally. I'm a PlayStation guy. There's no denying the insane value of Game Pass and the next gen proposition from them.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. So
how long do you think it will be before PlayStation, respond to this?
I mean, I feel like if they don't have anything by end of next week, I mean. The thing is, like, they're handing it to their competitor if they're not responding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people will have more time. Like, the longer it takes for PlayStation to say something, the more time people have to convince themselves that Xbox is the way to go.
Yeah.
Sure. And a lot of people obviously will always be on the fence when it comes to a new generation, because you can go either way depending on what you're looking for. And so,
absolutely.
I think again, if they wait more than a week, a lot of people speculated that they would come out this week, and maybe they still will. The week isn't quite over yet, because obviously there was a 25th anniversary of the original PlayStation 1 launching in the US was this week, and so a lot of people speculated, now's the perfect time, but that day came and went and didn't happen. So we'll have to see.
It's a really good
we'll have to see when they jump the gun.
Yeah, I think one of the ways that they could really kind of convince everybody to get back on PlayStation side is just come out with some really great games, some really great launch games. Let's announce God of War 2.
I mean,
let's.
I think that is why a lot of people have bought PS4 is because of their first party lineup.
Exactly.
So I'm sure they will do that. The question is, of course, what is the price of the PS5? And how many people will think that the value is worth it, or the price is worth? Then we'll have to see. I mean, I have absolutely no insight into what the date is, what the price is, or anything. I mean, we barely know what the games are, right?
Exactly.
We only know very few actual launch titles. We know some titles that are launch window, but otherwise we know nothing. But obviously now that Xbox have announced more third parties and everything, they've started confirming what is going to be at launch. So exciting times ahead.
Yeah, definitely.
We are back for the second match, and I feel like everyone probably saw that coming, but I totally lost. So
it was a close match though. It made it all the way to sudden death. So it's very admirable.
We do like a good sudden death.
Yeah.
So before we go into the next match, do you want to obviously you don't need much strategy to take me out. You just need to play the video game. But who are you picking and why?
Yeah, this is for all the esports players out there watching right now. I'll talk you through
some pro strats.
Exactly. Well, actually, for this match, I'm actually gonna go because obviously you have three classes. You have Swift, who are the fastest. You have Core, who are kind of the middle tier, and you have Tanks, who are the heaviest characters. I'm actually gonna go straight down the line. I'm gonna go for a pair of Core characters actually. So
Nice.
that'll be Lysander.
It's a more balanced approach.
Exactly, yeah. And I think I'll also go for. I'll pair him up with Letho.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't have any particular meta game this time around. I'm just gonna.
Because you don't need one. You're gonna take me out anyway, probably.
Well, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show the strengths of an all-round character. Is what I plan on doing.
Right. Yeah. Like we've talked about before. It's kind of the thing about the core characters is that they don't excel at anything, but that also means they're not bad at anything. Like they can succeed in basically any scenario because they're good. They're good at everything, but not they're not a tank at being a tank.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. So we talked a bunch about the new Xbox and all the exciting video games that are coming alongside that, but I want to talk about something that is more current, and that is some stuff that I've been playing recently on the current gen of hardware.
Yeah.
And one of these games is kind of a family game that actually surprised me. I wasn't sure for the longest time whether I wanted to play it, but the game was free for a while back.
Okay.
This is Lego Ninjago.
Nice.
The movie, the video game, or whatever the full title is.
Yeah.
Which is obviously, I'm sure everyone is familiar with the Lego games.
Yeah.
But the thing about this one is that it like gameplay-wise is very different from the other Lego games. It is basically, it's very obviously we played Ghost of Tsushima and talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and this is very much like you're a ninja, like you're a samurai, you're like a warrior in this game.
Oh wow.
And the combat is like way more action-packed than all the other Lego games. The animations are crazy. It's. I mean, I've never watched Lego Ninjago. I'm pretty sure it's for children.
Yeah.
The game is, even for me as a grown man, was quite enjoyable. Very different gameplay, and one cool thing about it is, as a trophy hunter myself, so a completionist, it's different to 100% this game compared to others as well. So normally you have to like replay the full missions to get all the stuff. But the cool thing about this is that you play the missions once for the story, and then everything else can be done in the hub worlds, so directly in the overworld, essentially. So you don't have to go through the story again. You don't have to like skip cutscenes and all that stuff to get to the collectibles. You just collect them in the overworld.
Oh,
so the game is, the game's split out into like I think 10 or something hub worlds, where everything can be done. Small like side quests and collectibles and all the bricks and all that stuff. So it's a very different game, but a very cool one, and a shorter one than the typical ones as well. But that was a nice ricochet there. But yeah, so a very different Lego game, but a very enjoyable one.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah, because I mean, my experience of Lego games is as you say, it's kind of level based, and it's essentially collecting all the little secrets as you go along. But my favorite Lego game is I haven't played many of them, but obviously my favorite Lego game is the Lord of the Rings Lego game, and it does a similar thing in like I was really impressed by the way it also does have a hub world. I can't quite remember whether it works the same in terms of you don't have to play the levels. I think you still have to go back and play the levels in order to complete all the extra bits.
Right.
But it did have a hub world which essentially took you through Middle-earth from the Shire all the way to Mordor, and obviously along the way you could access the individual missions, and that really blew my mind. I thought that was actually really cool. Yeah, it was like a miniature version of the Lord of the Rings, essentially of Middle-earth. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess it's a different experience when you recognize the place. Obviously, again, I've never watched Lego Ninjago. I've never played any other games, so I'm not familiar with the story or the characters or the world. But it's a fun, like silly, extremely silly as they always are, video game and story, and quite enjoyable. I had really a lot of fun with it. And it's a game that is all about the combat. Like you fight a lot, and the characters all fight very differently. You get actual like ninja skills and like do massive combos, and they're like battle arenas you can fight in, and you can do that co-op if you want to, like 1 to 4 players. And,
that's really cool. Is that one of the? Is it one of the latest Lego games? so far?
I'm not sure how recent it is.
Yeah.
But I know it was like the WB was actually giving out the game for free like 6 months back.
Right.
So you could download it for free across various platforms, which is how I picked it up.
Okay.
But I'm not sure how recent. I think maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Old
Yeah.
Sure.
I guess it's pretty recent as far as Lego games go. But yeah, I'm just thinking about how, I guess they're really trying to, constantly improve on, I guess, their game formula.
The formula.
Exactly. Yeah. To try and make it not stale. To try and actually make them not just good Lego games, but good games in general.
Yeah, and then this one I'd say very much is very good. So, and obviously you can play it in co-op. You can play it with family and friends or whatever. You can do that. But I played it solo, and I enjoy that too, which might be a first for Lego. I think normally I tend to really only enjoy them in co-op, but this one even because it's like more of an action-packed affair than normal. I enjoyed it even playing by myself. So.
Sweet. So I assume you have already. You've already.
I have the platinum. Yeah, that's all done.
How long did that take?
Man, I think. Wait. I think about 15 hours. I already forgot. I think it's something long. So that makes it about half as long as other Lego games to platinum. Okay. So I think they're normally like 30 to 40 hours. So this was considerably faster.
Cool.
Which also helped with it, not getting boring playing solo. So it's just like action, and a lot of action. So it's good.
Yeah, nice. Sounds fun. I mean, I guess on my part, carrying on the talk of Middle Earth.
And action.
And action. Yeah, have you ever played Shadow of War?
No, I've played like 20 minutes of Shadow of Mordor.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I was a big fan of Shadow of Mordor, and I was really super hyped for Shadow of War as well. But when the actual game came out, for whatever reason, it just kind of passed me by, and I never really played it. And then a lot of controversy come out regarding microtransactions and how grindy the game was unless you actually bought the microtransactions. So I just kind of never ended up getting around to play it. But they've since took on that that feedback. They've totally removed all microtransactions from the game, I believe. That could be wrong actually, but I think they've definitely balanced the game so it does not rely on microtransactions at all. And now it's just a great action RPG now.
Nice.
And I'm loving it. I'm really addicted to it. I think, as I say, the most that kind of it's just really super addictive, partly because of the Nemesis system that they have. Like I really love the Middle Earth universe anyway. But the Nemesis system allows you to basically, it kind of tell stories within the story and kind of create situations which weren't authored by the developers themselves. And it's just really fun, just essentially this playground of procedural kind of stories, essentially.
I'm familiar with the system, and that is always even though I've not only played again one of the games for like 20 minutes, but that's a system that I'm still surprised that other developers haven't picked up because it's such a cool system, and maybe it's just daunting because obviously like you're saying it's a very different way to tell stories, and it makes it less predictable. You know what I mean? Like it basically becomes like a multiple choice adventure in a way. And obviously, that comes with its own challenges. So, but maybe we'll see other developers pick it up and do more of it in the future.
Yeah, and the outcomes are totally unpredictable. Like the outcome of that match right there. Congratulations, that was a win.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when the story changes on the fly. Right, I think Luke, after one victory for each of us, it is time to get serious to see who actually wins this week's Weekly Brawl.
Yeah.
So. I don't have much of a strategy because I'm just not that skilled of a player yet. So why don't you kind of maybe tease your strategy?
No, I don't think I will.
Oh,
this is serious business.
I see how it is. He wants to win at all costs.
Yeah, there's no more mistakes. No more
Mr. Nice Guy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I think if the audience was kind of paying close attention to the character select in the last match, and they listened to my information on the different classes, they might be able to pick up on what my plan is going to be this time around.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure you can. I'm sure it won't be too. You can see the exact same thing that they see. I'm sure it won't be too difficult. But yeah, I think if I say it out loud, it's probably bad luck or something.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we will find out.
We will find out.
So again, like this is going to be serious business. We are no more chatting video games. No more. Well, we're going to chat video games, but it's going to be HyperBrawl all the way. So
yeah, all the way.
It's going to be a serious match here. So now I will have no excuse for when I lose. Ooh. But when you do that, it's a very cool own goal.
That was totally showing off. Totally meant to do that.
Totally meant to do that, I'm sure.
We also have 2 Gozans against each other, red versus blue. Although ironically, my red Gozan is on the blue team and your blue Gozan is on the red team.
Just to confuse the opponent.
Yeah, it's
all part of the strategy.
Exactly. The meta game, the psychological warfare.
Yeah. Oh no, leaving it wide open.
There you go. First goal of the match. Let's see if I can get that up.
First blood. Oh no.
Ooh,
oof.
That was a very close one.
So I knocked. Okay, I was like, did I knock out myself?
Whoa, you did just knock out yourself? That was crazy.
Oh wow. So that's the thing, like the half a log on the ground there, you can throw over it, but you also sometimes don't, like depending on the angle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and that's the thing.
This arena definitely can catch you off guard with its kind of crazy angles. It looks pretty simplistic at first glance, but the more that you play it, the more you realize, you have it's less predictable than you actually might think. For example, the obstacles at the top and the bottom there. It's very, very easy to accidentally catch one of those off at the wrong angle and get a pretty embarrassing own goal. Yeah,
because they're like triangle-ish, but they're not actually just triangles. So
exactly.
it's not as straightforward as it looks.
Yeah. Oh, see, like that was a close one. Have to be super careful.
I started looking at it like, should I take control of my bot, and then I just left my own goal wide open.
Well, that's oh, nice. Oof. That was, I mean, if that was a bit more on target, that would have been a pretty epic goal.
Indeed.
Nice. See, that's if you're able to once you do that to me and knock me out cold, if you're able to get to the ball, that's pretty again.
Oh man, that was close.
That should be a pretty easy goal. But it's just about being able to follow up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
On those tactics.
Okay. I'm way behind already. This is not looking good for me.
Yeah. It was a pretty close match. It wasn't totally embarrassing, Kay. Wasn't that?
Not yet. We're not done yet.
Yeah, I really love this arena. I love just how epic the music is as well. I feel like this is a great arena for a final showdown, and that was a pretty shameful goal there.
Left wide open for a change.
Not let that happen. Yeah.
Oh no, that was not what I intended.
Oh,
wow, that got bounced up on the log, I think.
That was almost another great one. That seems like that's your strategy. Just throw it full power. Let the arena do the work. Yeah.
No.
Pray to the gods of war.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna change up my strategy a little bit here. It didn't work. My first attempt at this new strategy and it failed miserably. I'll call it a fluke, and I'm gonna still try it. I'll let you know why.
Oh,
see,
why
it worked that time.
It worked that time.
I think that was more your fault than my.
That was a very bad miscalculation on my part.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna defend this goal with my life, Toro.
Oof.
Right, forget that tactic. I'm not a defensive player. I'm a defensive player. Let's get this. Let's get HyperForce on. There we go.
No.
Wide open.
Oh.
That's how you do. That's how. That's the Luke strategy.
That's the Luke strategy.
Full on offensive.
Oof.
Oh no. I'm trying to do that one worked, but I'm trying to do some of those pretty fancy circular goals that you can do on arenas like Court of Azrich and the Airbase. Just because this arena is naturally circular, my brain wants to do it, but I always forget those obstacles.
Yeah,
do not
it's not quite as straightforward as it might look.
Exactly.
Oh.
That one almost worked. Nice. That was a great goal.
Nice. 5 seconds left.
Do I have HyperForce? I don't have weapons though.
Oh man, that's a power off, weapons off.
That was pretty close though.
Yeah.
So.
Right, round 3.
I have to at least draw this one. Not to get this victory. Whoa, HyperForce is all over the place. Wow. Wow. What the hell is happening?
No! Oh no.
Nice.
Didn't
Power
capitalize.
shot.
Oh wow! The
That was-
power of that throw.
That was pretty
Jeez.
insane. That is the power
No
of the tank
mercy.
characters.
Yeah.
Okay. Go goes and go.
No. Go away. Oh
No
man.
goes and no.
Don't do it. Right. Oh wow! Didn't even get knocked out by it.
Nice
Oh,
save. Almost a very
way
good
too,
HyperCurve,
way
but-
too. Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
Nice. Just eased it into the goal.
Yep. Alright. HyperForce time. No, you were in your Goldie, I couldn't stop you.
Yeah, we kind of showed off on social the other day. One way to kind of take away that otherwise, safe place. Oh no, I totally messed that up. I tried to do fancy curving,
Yeah.
and I over curved.
Need to play trials a little bit
Oh
more.
man,
That was good.
Look at that. That was
Yeah. Egg on my
Smooth.
face.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you've got weapons like the hammer. Oh, it didn't work. I've got the hammer. Yes, yes.
Oh,
it worked.
no.
Where's the ball? Shit.
Oof.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. This isn't working
It's
out
not-
how I wanted it to work out.
Oh no.
Full
I
power
don't-
shot. There we
I
go.
don't dare leave the goal area. I should have tried knocking you out.
What?
Ooh.
Dude.
Man,
Right.
this is intense.
Three games in a row. It's gone to sudden death.
I mean,
So-
that's the way to play.
Yeah.
Edge of your seat.
There we go. I am on the edge of my seat right now.
Oh,
Okay.
That was not the person I
that
wanted
didn't
to
work.
knock out.
That didn't work. The angles. The
Oh.
angles.
no,
There
no,
we go.
no. Oh man.
You put up a very good fight. Okay.
Yeah, I tried.
That was not an
Tried.
embarrassing loss at all.
Well done. Good job.
Thank you. Good playing with you. Good to be back on the Weekly Brawl.
Likewise. Yeah. So I think while we're on the screen before we jump off, again, quick housekeeping. Thanks for watching this far. By the way, anyone who is watching this video, of course, I hope you had fun. We certainly did, even though I lost again. So again, if you're not already following us or getting all the news direct to your inbox, do consider signing up to our newsletter. It is the best way to just get all the news in one place. You can find the link either in the description if you're on YouTube or on HyperBrawl.com if you are watching this elsewhere. Yeah, we've got giveaways coming. We've got ways to win some exclusive skins, all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, sign up, talk with us on social and all that stuff. And I think with that, Luke, it's been a blast as always. And
Absolutely.
I'll see all of you in the next Weekly Brawl.
Bye.